This week in Adventure Quest Worlds, we had a massive update for the classes of the game along with the normal update. So let's go over everything that changed for classes in AQ Worlds this week. It's pretty large. Let's go through it. The first big change is that the Ninja class now has two separate classes. So you have the 2024 version, which is the one I have equipped, which is the one you can buy in Green Guard now. So if you go to Green Guard and talk to Mitsumi or whatever her name is, the red ninja lady there, talk to her, get the class, and that will be the new current updated version of the class. And the old one drops from the hidden spy in the Willow Creek map now. So if you like the classic one, that's still good because the one skill is unnerfed on that one. It's nerfed on the new version of the class, so you can get that if you still want it, which is really nice of the devs to do that. So grab that from the hidden spy. Classic ninja is what it's called. Yeah, Mazumi. Oh, okay, close enough. So yeah, you can just get the ninja for free here for that. So grab that in Green Guard West if you want the new version of ninja. So skill-wise on the new version of ninja, I was told it was basically made for a particular enhancement, Dauntless. I'm pretty sure because of the 2 skill, Dauntless activates on the 2 skill, and this only has a 1.5 second cooldown on the 2 skill, as you can see there. So it's just basically a Dauntless class, pretty useless otherwise. That DPS is very low on the class without that, so not really worth looking at unless you have that enhancement, I'd say. And even with the enhancement, I don't think it's going to be the best class to be using if you have access to any of the later game classes. But if you have the enhancement and want to try it out, check it out. It's basically free to get. I don't really have min-max enhancements on, but you can see that the numbers are not great. But yeah, let me know how good a DPS you're getting with the correct enhancements on this class. But it's still very much a beginner class, but for some reason they just remade it. I don't know. Another huge update to the game this week is the fact that they increased the targets for a lot of healing abilities in the game. Originally, when I first read through this, I thought it might be like tagging more mobs, but that is not the case for a lot of these. I don't think. Let me know if any of these do damage or tag, but I don't think they do. I think these are all healing, friendly teammate abilities. Like the Master Moglin ones, for example, is infinite range attack that heals 4 friendly targets. That 4 is changed to 7. The wiki isn't updated yet with the update, so from 4 to 7 is pretty good because 4 isn't a full room, right? You'd be missing, well, if it includes yourself, you'd be missing 2 other people in the room, right? So that is a good update. You're now hitting those other 2 people in a 6-man room with your heal. So really good for that class, and I'm sure it's something similar, a similar story for all of these other classes as well. So massive healing update for a lot of classes. Almost all of the meta ones are listed here, like Stone Crushers here, Lord of Orders here, a lot of ones, Revenants there. A few other class updates this week. Chaos Avenger got a nice quality of life improvement, moving the duration of this ability from 25 to 35 seconds. They describe it as making it easier when receiving haste debuffs. So good. It's easier to loop the effect there. So very good for that class. That's a nice little quality of life thing on there. Easier to use. Blood Agent also got all of these changes. I read through. It looks mostly like all buffs. So good for that class as well. Same story for Master of Moglins. A big one. It's a very expensive Hero Mark class that was been out of meta for a long time at this point. Years at this point. Actually has it? Yeah, it's been years. It's been out of the meta, even though it's very, very expensive. So pay to lose. At one point was pay to win. At one point in the meta, this was almost equal to Legion Revenant when Legion Revenant was the best. So just to put that into perspective, that's how it used to be. Isn't like that anymore. Or is it now that they updated the class? So a lot of good changes to this one. This first one is massive. You might not... Anyway, but Moglin Magical Strike. So this one is doing 110% damage, so it's doing more damage, and it's also no longer dealing reduced damage to secondary targets. So this was a multi-target skill that I think hit 3 targets. It could have been more, I can't remember, but it would only do the normal damage to one of the targets, and then it would do a lot less damage to every other target. Now it's doing the full damage to the whole gang is getting the full damage. So very, very, very good change there. That's going to increase the overall DPS of the class by a lot. Just that single line of text there. Next skill, we got a mana cost cut, but also a duration cut on that one. Probably not going to change up how the class feels that much, but a good mana cost reduction there is probably going to make it more spammable. Then the damage going from 0% to 100 on this one's really good. The crit chance went from 10 to 20%. Very good, doubling the crit chance on there. Very, very nice. This is the heal ability, and it went from 4 to 7 targets, which is a massive buff for it. And it also got a duration cut from 30 seconds to 20, which is not great, but hey. This one's also huge, just like the first one, because they're cutting the last skill cooldown in half. So you can use that way more often, also reduce the mana cost on it. And with the mana cost reduction on the other skills as well, that's going to make the 5th skill a lot more spammable, which is going to increase your DPS by quite a bit. So very, very good. The stun did get reduced from 4 to 2 seconds, and the delay, the DK, not delay, went from 10 to 4. Not great. The Moglin dodge debuff also went from 80 to 50. So they're kind of toning back some parts of the classes, but increasing. But you're going to see an overall DPS increase from this. You can tell just by reading this. I will do a more in-depth video on this on each channel in the future. Not for this one though. This is just kind of an overview of the new updates. I do want to do a separate video for that, just to see, give a more nuanced take on it, and do some more testing and stuff with it for that video. So Ninja got reworked as well. I showed that earlier. A lot of the skills changed on the new Ninja class. The old ones stayed the exact same. So if you want the old Ninja stuff, you can still get that, like I showed at the beginning of the video. Beastmaster also getting an update here. This one's cool and something I might actually want to check out as well. So increased damage across the board, adjusted playstyle to be more dodge focused, added a new mechanic that empowers skill effects after striking a target with the auto attack. Healing is less than before, but should be more reliable as it now always crits and is on a lower cooldown. Move the haste buff into the passive and added rank 10 passive. So lots of changes for Beastmaster. I'm not going to go through and read every little bit of here because I haven't really used Beastmaster before, so my take on whether or not these are good or bad changes isn't going to really be relevant. But you can see that they, like they said up here, it looks like it, from reading this, looks quite a bit better than it used to be. So if you have that class, check it out. If you don't have the class, you might want to farm it and give it a try. So really cool change for the Beastmaster class there. And to end off this video and also this post, we have a teaser for what's coming up next week for content. It says stay tuned next week for a 1-player Queen Leona challenge boss. She'll bring the thunder, but defeating her will allow you to forge a familiar but amped up reward that's fit for a king or queen. I'm not really... So the forge, I think forge enhancements from reading that, but I don't think that's what they mean by that. Amped up reward. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Do you guys have any hints? Do you guys take anything from these hints? Because I'm not really picking up what they're trying to hint at here, but maybe you guys do pick up what they're trying to hint at. Anyway, leave it down in the comments if you are, and like this video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel and all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. I did a video about all the drops, including a bunch of rare stuff, so check that out. Rare drops from yesterday. Check that out on the channel. I'll see you next one. Peace.